Hello, everyone, and welcome in. Happy Sunday to everybody. Do I sound at peace and happy? I most certainly am both, and the reason why is we have a very special guest right here.
Hi, everybody.
It's the world famous Mary Adams. She's here to help with the preview, and the other co-host for the day is right over here. He's the giant bear.
Well, hello, everybody.
It's Jeremy. So they have been horrible so far. It's hilarious. You guys were already making me laugh so hard. All right. Sale is going to be live, and here's the basic information. Tuesday, September already. September the 2nd, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is to celebrate Jeremy's official birthday. He just celebrated, was it 47? 47 years old. Jeremy made it to 47. What an accomplishment, Jeremy. Jeremy's official birthday sale, and Jeremy caught the little bully run thing. And let me catch this before this takes off. We are outside this evening because we didn't want to be inside with all of the extra work involved with setting up inside. Thank you, Jeremy. So this is to officially celebrate Jeremy's birthday. We have the most diverse grouping of items yet. Thank you, Mom. Thank you so much. And welcome to Bully Run Coffee. I so appreciate you being here. Please hit the subscribe button and please be a subscriber. We'll talk about how to register in just a moment. At our last sale, I was absolutely stunned. We had 302 people in. We had a registered in 1 year on YouTube, 858 registered buyers. And I can't believe this one, more than 4,000 views. More than 4,000 views within less than 24 hours on our last sale. Absolutely incredible, staggering numbers, and we thank you so much for the constant support. To those that are new to this, we welcome you to the Bully Run family. So go over to bullyrunantiques@gmail.com and take a screenshot of this and give us these 5 pieces of information. Your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, your email for invoice, and your phone number. Again, safe, easy, and fun. You won't regret it. A lot of people that come into the first timers come in and they go, I should have registered. Not a problem. We ask that you register before 5 p.m. on Monday to give Jeremy time to process that, and we beg you to please not register during the sales. Very distracting, very unkind to Jeremy, and I simply just don't want it to happen, so we appreciate the early registrations. Thank you so much, and we welcome you to the family. Again, this is a very partial preview. All items in the sale are going to be buy it now. I've already delayed too long. The table and the boxes are absolutely loaded. Thank you so much for letting me do that. Right off camera here are amazing Calvin Klein rings in their original boxes with their original pouches. Great for gift ideas, and a lot of people have said, please start bringing on some gift ideas for us. Look at the dazzle and scintillation in that cut crystal. Signed Calvin Klein, has its original price tag. It was $135 in the store. Wait till you see what we sell that for on Tuesday night. It's just incredible. And there's several different styles. I think there's 2 of these version, there's 2 of the next version, and only 1 of that first version. I do have a second round of them to come to a future sale, but those are Calvin Klein and absolutely amazing. Sizes, I think this one's a 5, the other one's about a 7, and the larger one was about a 7. But I'll get my mandrel out here in just a moment. Look at the opal glass on that one. In chrome metal, absolutely, again, original Calvin Klein tags. Have the original pouch and paperwork in the original Calvin Klein box with the original sleeve. Perfect for gift ideas, highly affordable, very excited about it. If you're into decorative arts, please come on over. A lathed and beautiful turned wooden vase. You saw me buy this live on one of my videos that I went antique shopping by myself in Canton, Ohio. This one is artist signed, and I loved how these are so well put together, but the pattern is almost a chaotic pattern. It's not, quote, perfect. It's just got a great, great finish to that. And then art pottery. Mom, what do you got going on? Are you happy to be done with us today?
Yeah. We're going to go celebrate Jeremy's birthday later. We're going out to dinner.
Yes, we are. Yep. This is art, pottery, and fantastic from the 60s and 70s. Comes with the original flower frog down on the inside to hold those flowers steady. paperweights like you can't believe. I think Jeremy's got a box full over there of about, we probably have about 20 some paperweights. This is Terry Kreider. This is from 1983. So if you're into decorative arts, we have you covered for this sale. It's just incredible what we're going to feature on Tuesday's sale. I always look at these and say, I can't believe what we're able to do. And then I look at like the next week's sale, I'm like, it seems like we beat them week by week, you know, just keeps getting more and more diverse as we go. And we're listening to what you're asking for, your recommendations for the channel and what you'd like to see. This is very unusual for art glass. Now we see these more contemporary. I think that there are ones that aren't as good just based on the fact that the encased glass on this of that lime green and that kind of fluorescent amethyst with that white core. Very unusual color combination. When you see these, the finish isn't as lustrous. They're not as magnificent, and this is very large. Free-formed paperweight art glass. Not sure exactly who accomplished this, but the hand of an artist who had that mindset of something grand and beautiful. I almost thought that as a paperweight, you could put your pens and your pencils down in here. So it almost had that dual function, but still artistic and wonderful. Thank you, Jeremy. And then two more weights. This is Murano, sheared and polished bottom, so it has quite a bit of age to it. Check that out for one large facet on the back. That did look like maybe it is signed. Nope, that one's not signed. Check that out, though. It looks like Millefiori trapped down inside of water. Look at the surface and the luster of that with that beautiful pink base to that. Absolutely incredible. And then this one, I think, Jeremy, did you say this is Jan Murphy?
J. Murphy.
J. Murphy. And look at that encased mallard duck in flight over cattails, and that's a lake down, way down inside there is the lake. Look at the perspective of what a Canadian goose or a duck sees, a mallard, when it's flying over a lake. That's like a bird's eye view, no pun intended. Magnificent construction to get that bird trapped down in that glass. Fully signed on the bottom, again, sheared and polished bottom. Magnificent, because this is considered a magnum. That's a magnum paperweight all day long. The size and the scale, yeah. My mom loves this one, so really, yeah. That is magnificent. We'll get into this next based on the fact that we have, for jewelry lovers, we have you covered sterling silver rings that just came in that never made it into any sort of long pre-recorded video or a preview of any sort. These just came in 12 hours ago. And when I say, quote, came in, I don't shop online. Don't get the wrong idea. Don't think I buy it online and sell it online. These were all found at the Hartville Flea Market the other day from an antique dealer that I absolutely love. So let's get into some of the gold stuff. This is a magnificent version of a blue and yellow and white diamond ring. This is in solid 14 karat white gold and absolutely stunning. It comes in at a 7.5. So if you need a beautiful blue and white and yellow diamond ring, absolutely amazing. And I wish I could get in closer on that, but the video really wants to focus on the background because the attention is all back here today. There's so much to see. And just so you know, this is a fraction of what we're bringing to the sale. This one is 18 karat gold. Those are very, very clean diamonds in that multiple flower head. So each stone is set so close together, makes it look like one big stone. And look at that for 18 karat gold. This one is a size 7 exact. So that is a size 7. If you love gold and diamonds, we always have you covered over here at Bully Run Coffee. You never have to go anywhere else. What's better in life than diamonds and coffee? Not much. Well, true friends and wonderful family, and I have both of those. So I'm very well cared for, and I hope all of you out there are as well. This is by Brilliant Earth. I've covered this one before. I bought this at the pawn shop. It is rose gold. It is a size 6.5. And that is a very tight 6.5. These are lab-grown diamonds, and they are genuine diamonds. They're just grown in a lab. If you look up this exact ring, take a screenshot of the side profile there. Take a screenshot of that. Take a screenshot of that, and go over to Brilliant Earth. This one is 4,400. It's actually 4,400, and I really wish I could get in there and show you that stone closer. The camera's really struggling today. It's saying, nope, I want to focus on the background. I don't want to focus on that beautiful ring. I want to focus on that background. Let me see if I can force it. Let me see if I can make it. There we go. And look at the mounting. There are 2 layers of almost like 2 little necklaces that run the side of the ring. See that little cinch? There's a row here around the stone. Then there's that row down there. It's like a necklace around the side of the ring. And it goes all the way around. And look at those little pave diamonds all the way down the sides in rose gold. I love this one. So that's just fantastic. I love that one. This is Smoky Quartz and Ruby in solid 14 karat gold. This one is old. It's from the late 1940s into the 1950s. It's almost a 7. It is almost a 7. It's coming in at about a 6 3/4. Massive gold mounting. I don't know if you've all out there seen the price of gold lately, but I'll tell you what, I'm stunned. I checked it the other day and it made it over $3,500 and by quite a bit. And silver went up over $40 an ounce. So there is going to be a surge in metal value. So if you can afford to get in on it now, that's just my advice. Not just at my channel, but anywhere. These are 14 karat white gold and CZ. These were never worn. I got very lucky. I got those for very affordable. They look like dazzling diamonds.
They do look real.
They do look real. And those are in white gold. And then for the people that love the yellow gold, I didn't want to leave you out. I got them in yellow gold as well. So those are 14 karat yellow gold and CZ. So absolutely love them. Did you see that beagle, Jeremy? Look how cute it was. The cutest little beagle just walked by my yard. If you love Karl Lagerfeld costume, that's magnificent. Great designer. Again, on their original card. Were very, very expensive. I think these are sold at Macy's, but those are faux pearl and gold plated. Boy, the sun is coming out right at the right time. You've asked for Victorian pieces, so I dug deep and I had this in a pre-recorded video. This is very difficult to find. It's considered Tunbridge ware and absolutely English on this version. This is from England. I would say late 1860, 1870. And these are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pieces of tiny pieces of wood that are constructed in this channel. And it's this swan and foliate pattern that go all the way around the bracelet. Original, very, very early label. So I left that on for authenticity purpose. These are very, very difficult to find. Small amount of damage on the border in 2 different areas, but that's to be expected with something constructed out of wood well over 150 years ago. Remarkable piece. Something that I would have put in my personal collection, but so many people have said, can you please bring on Victorian? Not a problem. Bakelite lovers, I got you covered. These are all authentic. There's 3 of them. These were in my collection for a long time. I love this kind of totem pole, textured, carved down in that mustard yellow, really cool. This is very unusual. It is Bristol Bakelite. It turns between a turquoise green and like a yellow and a bluish green, reverse carved and carved from the front. So carved in both directions. I don't think the light is picking up the color there, but maybe you can see it right there. It almost leans into a purple blue, like an indigo color in the sunlight. It's almost dichroic. It almost goes from like a turquoise green here, and it goes into a purple green here. Has a very unusual color shift, very magnificent Bakelite bangle, and then the 6 dot, carved down deep and wonderful oxidation on that. Really magnificent how thick that is. So those 3 bangles are coming. These beads were just cool. And I wanted to go from fine jewelry, gold, silver, designer, Victorian Bakelite, and into some really cool and wacky costume. Fun and whimsical. These do glow under black light. It's to be expected because sometimes resins and plastics will glow under black light. And what I loved about these was that internal wire coil that artisan constructed. And look at the silver foil in those. Let's get that in the sunlight. I'm almost tempted to, as the seasons change, I'm almost tempted to be outside a little bit more with the previews, because in natural light, you can see how beautiful this diamond is in natural light. Like a lot of times in the ring light, it just gets so washed out. But do you see that beauty of that in the daylight? It's like none other. It's like something you just can't get in the ring light. There's a dazzle and a scintillation to this ring in daylight that's insane. You get your money's worth is my point. Mexican silver from the 1940s. I had one similar to this that I had fixed. This one I had listed on eBay for a little while, and I just got tired of having it on there. I wanted to bring it on and get that sold. So I went through and I only pulled 2 things off my eBay this week because I said they need to be sold. They need to get out there and be enjoyed. And eBay and online is flooded with a lot of Mexican silver lately. It really is. There's a lot of it out there in the world. This is a beautiful CZ. It's cushion cut. I had kept this for many years. And I actually wore this pendant for probably about 2 years on and off. I love that dazzle and scintillation of that CZ. I loved the mounting. Let's go through the silver rings really quick. Synthetic, blue sapphire, and crystal. This is sterling. This is a size just over an 8, an 8 1/4. Boy, I sure hope this is focusing today. I cannot tell on this video feed over here. It's trying to focus back here. Let's do this for just a minute. I should pause, but we'll do that. We'll see if that'll help. Let's do that, and I'll lean forward. Sorry that you're seeing me in the background over here, but it is what it is. I have a really cool NASA shirt on today. I forgot to show you all my NASA shirt. Check that out. Yep, All right, so size 8. Citrine and sterling silver handmade comes in right at just over a 7. So if you love handmade and citrine. Red coral and sterling silver, great oxidation. Almost a size 6, so we call that a 5 3/4. Boy, it's sure not wanting to do the close-up today. Nope, it's still not doing it. Let me see if I tap the phone. There we go. See, all you got to do is tap on the phone. Look at that. All right, now we're in focus. Only 16 minutes in, and we're finally in focus. But you know how this is. When you come over on Tuesday night, you'll definitely be able to see these things really close up. That is sterling silver and amethyst. This never made it into another video. I bought this at Hartville, like I said, just less than 12 hours ago. This one looks to be a moonstone, might be in the agate family, but it sure looks like a moonstone with that brutalist metalwork. See, and I go too close up, it gets too dark. I'm too far away, it's out of focus. Some days in life, you just can't win. This is a 6 1/2. This one is rutilated quartz and sterling, size 7. The rutile crystals in this one is magnificent. And Jeremy just loves. Jeremy, what do you love about rutilated quartz? What was your favorite part of that, would you say? Just because they're all so unique?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like that? Like, because you can see that glitter, like the metallic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we went to dinner for Jeremy's birthday the other day, Jeremy and I brought gemstones because, of course, I couldn't leave them at home, and I brought new gemstones I had bought, and I got a big collection of rutilated quartz tumbles. How many did you take? 2? Yeah, I think you took 2. He loved this one that had like golden rutiles, and he kept the one that had these silver gunmetal amazing rutiles. Hadn't seen one like that in a long time. This is rhodolite garnet. Sold one like this last week, but this one I just picked up again at Hartville. Rhodolite garnet, so purple garnet. Look at the sun helping me out, and there goes the wind. Absolutely love it. This is a size 8. This is a size 8. Magnificent. All right, so we got that one done. Let me show you again on these, because I don't feel like I did them justice. There we go. Now that's the money shot. Now the diamond lovers out there will say, now I know why it's set in 18 karat. Now I know why I want to invest in it. Gorgeous diamonds, earth mined, wonderful 18 karat gold mounting, and look at those stones. So closely color matched. And that was going to be in one of the vault sales coming up, and I thought, nope. This week, I needed a statement diamond one. That's the one I chose. If that speaks to you, we'll see you on Tuesday night. And again, the Brilliant Earth one, just because. And the only reason why is, boy, I can get in close on it now. There we go. There we go. I hope you are all still here with me because of that focus issue. Don't have the time to re-record today. Look at that. Look at that. Absolutely wonderful. And my mom is giving me the high sign and saying, you have to show them that. I agree, because that one was way out of focus. Yeah. Let's go back here in the daylight. Let's let you take that in from across the room. And then let's go way in close. Thank you, Mom, because that is too important not to show it in focus. I just don't know why I didn't think of tapping the lens on the phone. So there you go. And if you love a blue and yellow and white diamond ring in solid 14 karat white gold, there you go. That is a size 7 1/2. Let's go in on that. Absolutely wonderful. Really I have spoken enough. Now it is time for Mary's tray. And let me do this one real quick. And then we'll bring over, Mom wanted to orchestrate a tray. And then we're going to pause and I'm going to clear that tray. and we'll bring on some other pieces. So we'll scoot this one back over, and right there would be good. And Jeremy, you have more paperweights ready, don't you?
Yes.
Let's get a size on this moissanite. Then we'll go on to Mom's tray. Look at that for a moissanite. Absolutely delicious. I believe this is a 5.5 carat is the closest I could get. My gauge only goes up to 4.5, and this was much, much larger. So it might be hedging towards a size 6. Sterling silver mounting. There it is on the hand. And let's back that up and show you how that looks from across the room. Lot of dazzle and a lot of light inside that stone. Magnificent sterling mounting. Comes with all the paperwork. Make sure if you're buying moissanite online, you don't just listen to the seller. You get certification with your stones. A lot of fake things out there in the world. Silver, gold, and moissanite, diamonds, you name it. There's a lot of fakes out there. Just be careful. That's all. And I've been at this 31 and a half years. And I've sold on eBay now since, I don't even remember, 1998, I think, was when I started. What a legacy of selling. And I'm so happy and so thankful that I looked over a lot of the dealers that I've known that used to be in the business and are no longer selling. It's difficult, you know. It's not easy. Mom, what did you put together over here? And I'll just do a quick drive by up here for them,
Okay.
so that they can see this up close, and then you can kind of tell us what your sensitivity was to what some of these pieces are, and why you liked them. I'll just do this real quick and give them a quick look. And then we'll let you kind of discuss. And then I think you did a couple bundles on here. I think you did 1 or 2 bundles. I think you wanted all these together.
Yep.
I think you wanted these 3 together.
Correct.
Okay, so what? Green turquoise here?
Green turquoise, and it has the necklace with the extender. It has the bracelet. Whoops.
It's okay.
And it has the earrings. If we could go like this,
Sure.
so you can see
Oh, yeah,
the
here.
earrings.
Just down right here. There you go. Then we'll, yep, do that.
So it's a 3-piece
Yep.
set.
And that's J. King, Mine Finds. Yep, it's got the little heart clasp, and that's J. King Sterling Findings.
Very good.
This one's great. That's 40s MB, isn't it? Marcel Boucher.
Okay. You
yeah.
explain that one.
Okay, 1940s. Let's see here where we've got our signature. It's on there somewhere. Sterling Silver. There's that one. Sterling Silver, 1940s. Okay, Hattie Carnegie, yes? Yep, I think so. Here, we'll just
you
do
would
it
know.
this way. I think that one's Hattie Carnegie. And let's take a quick peek. There we go, Hattie Carnegie. Look at that figural cherub with the pearls. You put together an amazing tray. Czechoslovakian bug. Spider with pink rhinestones. She loves this one too. Absolutely cool. Jeremy, you could scoot the paperweights over if you'd like to, like right here. Then we can kind of see some stuff in the background there. Thanks, Jeremy. Very good. Art glass and sterling silver. Dichroic art glass, necklace and bracelet.
Necklace and bracelet.
Good size on the bracelet. Let's check this out. So that would be for it's going to be about a 6-inch wrist. I'll get more measurements on these. We don't go we don't do that at this channel. We always have exact measurements. Very industrial construction with that sterling silver. And the necklace is just great. Boy, is that cool. I always love an odd number of stones. 5 stones, I'm in. If that was 4, I'd say, nope, not doing it. Snake chain, sterling silver, fantastic craft. What was this?
Let me think. Michael Kors,
Okay.
and it does have a box.
Oh, it's
So
got its original box.
It has original box,
Michael Kors.
so that could be a gift idea if you'd like.
Yep. Studded all the way around. Bicolored metal. So you've got your people that love gold and your people that love silver. So both different tones of metal. Signed down in there, Michael Kors. And she said it has the box and the pouch. Is this Trifari?
That's Safari. It also comes in its original box.
Look at that. I didn't see this one up close. Now I'm going to go crazy. Original box, Trifari. Signed down in here. Jeremy, would you say that was what, late 80s on that Trifari version? Jeremy's like the Trifari expert.
I don't see the signature.
Okay, so I would say probably 80s on that one.
I-
Look at all the Aurora Borealis crystal. Really magnificent. And this vintage. Oh my God, when you layer them that close together. Oh, is this Vendome? Holy cow. That is
There we
Vendome.
go.
Oh, that is fantastic. That is awesome. A Vendome crystal brooch. Look at the layers there. That is awesome. That is really cool. I love that one. I didn't even notice that. Okay, cloisonne bangles, right?
Yep.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Lucky 7. Lucky 7 in cloisonne bangles. And the usual
Very
opening,
pretty.
2.5 across. All glass construction on those and brass. All right. Oh, this one. What is that, Mama?
That's an enamel cuff.
That is super cool. Sterling silver, crystal stones, and opens this way. Designer signed on the inside. And look at the undergallery. That construction is great. Larger size wrist. Probably a 7 to 7.5. Yeah. Love that cream and black enamel. Very deco looking. Oh, and this. Is this one sterling? Yeah. Sterling silver and mother of pearl and crystal. It is both a brooch and a pendant as a dragonfly. So super incredible. I love that. So Jeremy, we have to show these. Larimar heart, amber cross, and probably Waterford crystal.
We put the 3 together.
You want the 3 together? I don't blame you. Buy 1 and give 2 as a gift, or be like me, buy all 3 for yourself. So those are really incredible. That's a Larimar heart. Very nice, very sweet. Larimar heart, amber, and sterling, and that crystal cross is great. And then 2 more. This double-sided onyx marcasite, mother of pearl and marcasite, sterling silver chain. Very cool because that's got some age to it. And then this. This was my favorite of the tray, even though I don't like to play favorites. These are carnelian, and boy, oh boy, is the quality off the charts. The reason I say that is the color, the banding. I have a little bug on my hand, a little spider. Bye, spider. Oh, you have to leave. No, you can't stay. I think I just blew it on Jeremy. So I think I just blew it on Jeremy. Jeremy, do you want to tell him that story the other day when you blew that bug on me? Do you want to tell him about that?
What?
Oh, what? You don't remember when you were in your truck and you blew that spider on me? And then you laughed about it for 45 minutes? Yeah, you should see the face, everyone. So, absolute great luster and great color on these. Really, really, really love them. Like, I don't know. Those are my favorite of the table of the tray that she put together. Mom, that's a great length.
Okay.
That's like a what, 18? Yeah.
It could
That's
be.
it. It is. I'll let you start bagging those up.
All right.
And then I'm going to do these 3 paperweights, and then we'll pause and we'll reload the table because boy, oh boy, there's so much more to go. Check out that. Robert Coleman. Outer space goodness. Signed RC, Robert Coleman. Seen these a lot lately, and boy, they sell quick. So that's a Robert Coleman paperweight. Looks like outer space. This is pretty magnificent. Quite a bit of age to it. See how that body of the glass leans a little yellow? And look at that trumpet flower in bright turquoise on this kind of metallic golden and gunmetal base. Yep, perfect without being perfect. Love the trapped air in the center. Sheared and polished bottom. Nothing says, hello, I am quality, I am awesome. So that was really great. And these are all vintage beauties. I'm so excited to be able to bring these. And the seashell one. So if you live in Florida or on the coast, definitely art glass because there's the pontal. That is a gorgeous nautilus shell in an opalescent and almost like that Tiffany Favril or that Steuben Arene coloration. I love that sits like that rather than, that. But very dynamic form, very good craft, totally artisan done. We're going to pause and we're going to load up. Jeremy, are you excited?
Oh, yeah.
Mom, are you excited?
Very good.
What do you think so far?
I think it's a nice eclectic mix.
Absolutely agree. I think it's awesome. All right, we'll pause and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. The table's totally loaded, and we still have like a ton of paperweights over there. Some very interesting small pieces off to my right-hand side, and then Mom is loading up her trays because she's doing some really creative bundles, so we're very excited about that. All right, without further delay, some more paperweights. This is a Karg. This is by Roland Karg. This is out of my personal collection. Said I wasn't going to sell it, and now all of a sudden, look what happens. It's for sale. This is Roland Karg. Very well documented, very well known. Amethyst in the center, that kind of quatrefoil or lobed design, and then trapped air in 5 different places. It is signed here, right there, by Roland Karg, and I believe it's dated. Let's see, is this one dated? I thought I have one that is dated. Maybe this one isn't, but that's Roland Karg. sheared bottom, and check that out for push and pull of light. Let me get that bag in its bag and off of the table. Let's put this over on my right-hand side, and then Jeremy really hit it out of the ballpark. This is a paperweight from Scotland, and I never remember how to pronounce the name, so I'm not even going to attempt to do it because I just don't want to be corrected. Sheared and polished bottom, there's the sticker, Scotland, and check that out for that kind of undulation of form. Blue, trapped air, look at that trapped air in the center, and look at that dark ground. Check that out. So if you love the larger, more beautiful pieces that are like jewelry for the house, we've got you covered. And thank you, Jeremy. And then these were listed as French, and I'm not sure exactly why. I'm just going to say they were sold as French. So I'm going to go with it. I'm just going to say, okay, question mark. So look at that sheared and polished bottom. And look at the way that is constructed on the inside. Sure does look Murano, but sold as French. And I really think they're magnificent. Maybe they're signed, and maybe I'm missing it. Green ground, floral, and millefiori in the center, or I should say a caned flower in the center. Let's go with that technical term. Love that. Look what happens when you turn it to the side. It almost vanishes. It magnifies the world. These things are just jewels for the house. Very interesting form on this one. And I do think that this one is likely French. I can kind of understand that. Look at the way that that is constructed on the inside with that field of flowers on that firework of mint green, trapped air in the center. And I really love that color of those flowers, that reddish orange, trapped in white, and that beautiful little metallic spray down on the inside. Again, magnifies the world. Look at that in the daylight. It's just, they're remarkable pieces. And then another seashell. And this one is signed down in here by the artist. It looks like a little fleur-de-lis and beautiful iridescence on there. And I loved that kind of natural nautilus kind of growth pattern on the surface. And then that one would sit there. I think those two, I hope the two shells stay together. I really do, because that would be a great conversation between the two pieces. Everyone had asked for more skulls. I only had 2 more. These are my 2 out of my collection. I can't find this guy at the flea market anymore. So there are the 2 end of the day plastic skulls. Those are the only 2 left. That is it. After these, no more. I figured I got to get them out into the world before Halloween. And if you have a grandson, a granddaughter, you know, a kid that really loves like rock and roll and awesome, that is for you. I'll set those out of the way for right now. This is just interesting as something that I picked up in one of my travels. And this is carved horn, likely from a far long deceased animal. So they didn't claim the animal for the horn, but then a carved wooden container. So this is a carved wooden head. There is a lot of age to this. Origin, I am not sure. I'm not going to make a comment on that, but this is all animal horn that is carved, and then a beautiful wooden base to that, and that fits down in so well. So you have this gentleman, full figural, kneeling, and beautiful decoration in the curls of the hair, the beard, the face, the profile. Very, very cool. Great size. Just an unusual piece that, again, I'm known for. I'm known for objects of virtue and unusual pieces. I dumped these marbles out inside of this box, and I have to return the lid to that box because it is a magnificent Joan Rivers Cascade necklace. These are wonderful slag glass marbles. These are pre-turn of the last century, so just before 1900. And these, again, came out of my collection. And if you're into slag glass marbles and that caramel color, these are some of the best I'd seen. There's sometimes, there's not a lot of movement in these sometimes, a lot of activity and swirls. And there was just such a beautiful, diverse grouping of that brown and caramel slag I really responded to in relatively good condition. Couple chips here and there, nothing major. Get those bagged up in just a second. Mom, I'm going to pass you these. And let me grab, I just had a bag out on my desk that we could put these in. Let's just use this bag for now. And I'll have you bag those up if that's okay. Mm-hmm. Right there is great, just right there so we don't drop any on the ground. Ooh, there's a really cool red one. I did not know that red one was in there. Ooh, pretty special. Just take your time. Don't rush on that. This is Joan Rivers. And that natural mother of pearl that was then dyed. And look at that cascade of all those crystals and glass beads. Talk about a beautiful Joan Rivers. And what I liked is the asymmetry of the blue crystals on one side, the turquoise glass on the other side, and that cascade is just amazing. And look what it looks like with vintage turquoise. You could wear both of those all day long together. Absolutely stunning. And signed up here, Joan Rivers on the clasp, and the construction on the back as well. All wired together construction. And again, look at that festoon of all those crystals all the way down. Really beautiful. Has its pouch, has the Joan Rivers pouch as well. Comes in its original Joan Rivers box. If I could have the lid, that'd be great. Thank you. Oh, and it's got its Joan Rivers paperwork in here. Let's get that cleaned up. Boy, oh boy, I cannot believe the diversity of this collection. I just keep going over it like, really? That's how lucky we are? Unbelievable. This I had left out of the initial tray, and I'm very sorry that I did. This is 18 karat gold, a very large, when I say hunk, it is a solid hunk of 18 karat gold, very large, heart-shaped, and look at that frog. That is done on leather, and this is signed Saint. I did have to look this up because, again, for contemporary, meaning after 1990, I'm a little rusty on those kind of things. Toggled together, signed Saint. Look at the construction of that solid sterling silver and how magnificent the weight of this is. There is the signature there. And it is also signed on this end here. So you have two signatures by the designer. Let me tap the screen over here and get in on that for you. So if you want to look that up, the retail was unbelievable. Let me see, I have it in the right direction for you. And I think that is appropriate there. Let's see if that helps you out. And if not, there you go on that side. And check that out for a hunk of 18 karat gold. And we are going to be serenaded by a lawnmower. And I don't mind whatsoever. So check that out. Absolutely wonderful construction. And I love the leather. I guess I'm one for mixtures of materials. I've never been afraid to put plastic with metal and glass with ceramic and gold with silver and this with that. Really loved that. 18 karat gold, sterling silver, and leather. And I'm so sorry that I left that off the first tray because that's a very important piece. Some more costume in the background, an Art Deco necklace with beautiful glass beads that look like the largest Ceylon sapphires God ever made. Spaced with faux seed pearl on that wonderful snake chain. Bought that out at the flea market a very long time ago and decided to bring that. A costume and really cool plastic floral necklace. Someone had said, do you have the larger pieces that are less expensive? And I said, absolutely. But I loved the construction of those. Probably acetate and probably not acrylic. But again, for that price, I really didn't mind what they were, but I thought that was just awesome. Should have saved that for the spring, but you know how that goes. And then these are wonderful boxed sterling silver earrings. You've all asked for great gift ideas. These are designer. They have never been worn, and they are sterling silver and crystal. Wonderful construction. Hoop on this side, French wire on this side, and great movement and great dazzle and sparkle for not a lot of money. A beautiful painted trinket box and made in the style of Limoges, signed on the bottom. You have all asked for the smaller pieces. I think people are already thinking, stocking stuffers, what do I do for the people at work? Buy them something unique yet affordable, and that's what we are here for. Gorgeous pearls, very large pearls on the one strand, moderate sized pearls on the next, and spaced very unusual with those translucent seed beads. I thought that was just really fun for the lovers of pearls and glass as well. And this is designer signed with a capital G on the sterling silver clasp. Wasn't sure who that was. Has a great extender as well. Love the color and the luster on those pearls. Let's scoot that up there for you. And these Hopi overlay sterling silver clip earrings. Jeremy, you got another round out on the table. Can you scoot it on over for us? So these are Hopi sterling silver overlay clip earrings. So sterling, so if you love those, we've got you covered for Native American. Speaking of Native American, a brooch that was going right into my personal collection as soon as I got home. A carved and high-fired raku-fired face. And it's that raven-style bird that is then like humanized. Very powerful talisman. And then they constructed it with this amazing array of exotic bird feathers, backed again with that high-fired pottery clay body, and then that applied pin mechanism. Not signed by the artist. This came from Hartville as well. So that was supposed to stay in my collection. And if you're afraid of a sizable piece, this is not for you. This is very large and it's very fragile. Fills my entire hand. And we'll do that again for a close-up. Loved that expression on the face. The face is what got me. That powerful talisman, that story that goes for many generations. And then these are, I believe they're angel skin coral, or they might be just pink shell. But I loved these open hearts in sterling silver. And this is from a nice gentleman out at the flea market. And he was struggling to sell the day I went out there. He didn't sell very much. So I had to make a purchase because what I try and do is everywhere I go, as Jeremy will testify, try to spread the wealth, and I try to help as many people out through my resale with their resale. I've always been that way. I will always be that way. There's enough to go around for all of us. This I was going to do on a chain, and I just couldn't find the right chain for it. This is agate, bloodstone, and quartz or CZ. This is all artisan made. And sterling silver construction, all completely hand constructed. And I really thought it was very unusual in its presentation of the four stones, the asymmetry, still very balanced and wonderful gemstones in that one. I think that completes this side of this. We'll scoot this out of the way this way. Let me pause, I'll be right back. All right, so we're back, and Mary's gonna explain that there are bundles on this. So let me bring it up to the camera, and then I'll bring it back down and she'll show you where the bundles are. Let's do a quick close-up. So we have gemstone beads, vintage costume, rhinestones, sterling silver, rose quartz, a trembler, multi-gemstone bracelets, a beautiful gold ring, Kramer, Coro, sterling, and a beautiful, beautiful necklace and bracelet. But I'll bring it up, and then she'll explain in just a minute. I believe these are unikite beads, and then desert jasper, just so we know stones. So let me do that. Let me bring up these vintage pieces and the sterling. That open heart is wonderful in the corner, the rose quartz. There is some beautiful rhinestone in the center. I think this is a trembler brooch. I believe that is a trembler brooch. Bobble Bobble, spring set, very early spelter. On that one, a stunning brooch here.
That's a Kramer.
Is it a Kramer? Look at the enameled pansy one with the glass centers. And those beads. There's our close-up. Ooh, and as you're going to explain the bundles, I want to show them these three because we normally don't get these. We normally don't get these in. We never really get these in very much anymore. So let me do a quick close-up. So we've got three that are sold separately, 3 sterling silver and multiple gemstone bracelets. We have blue topaz, amethyst, citrine, peridot, and garnet. So those are your 5 stones that run through those pieces. But look at those for sterling silver, and they're all distinctively different. These are very close together. Oval, this has that oval link open in the center. This kind of has that tank link, but very delicate. Nothing clumsy on that tank link whatsoever. Sometimes these will flip and spin when they're on, and those do not flip and spin. They're very well balanced, and look at those in the daylight again. Those are great. Thanks, Mom. Those are fantastic. I'll let you bag those up. And then could you just show them like where the bundles are?
Okay, the bundles are this rose quartz and a sterling
Okay,
heart.
I'll show them. All right. Rose quartz and sterling silver heart on a beautiful box chain. So those go together as a duo. And there is the verso on that. Sterling silver, great box chain and rose quartz. We'll lay this over here. And then these two go together, huh? Yeah.
Those two go together.
Boy, my sinus is acting up. I'm getting a little plugged up over here. Sterling silver and abalone, the elephant, and then that shield shape. And that can be worn as a pendant as well. Very large size, so you get both of those together. Happiness, absolute happiness. And then these two, 2 pieces of costume. This one is signed, and I did not take a look at this, but that one's signed down in there for everyone that loves a signed piece. The wishbone and the flower, and I love that other flower. Great bundle there, Mom. That is wonderful. And then you wanted these all together. All right. So Mary said these are staying together, so we're going to load these up. Jeremy, how many more paperweights do you have over there besides the ones that are out on my table?
4.
You got 4 more left after these?
Yep.
All right, so she did a bundle of costume, rhinestones, faux pearl, wonderful rhinestone butterfly brooch. That would normally sell separate, but nope, not Tuesday night. Nope, not for Jeremy's birthday celebration. And the angels, faux reposé and fantastic. Yes, absolutely, those are great. And then she wanted these strands of beads together. Just, Mom, take your time, okay, buddy? That'd be great if you could just take your time in the background. Unikite and Desert Jasper, wonderful knotted in between each. Absolutely amazing, fantastic, great luster on those. And I think we'll wait and bag stuff up in just a little bit. And then this is Kramer, as she said. This is a Kramer and faux turquoise. Does this go with anything, or should we sell it on its own? I think it should be sold on its own.
That was on its own.
Okay, we're going to do that on its own for a Kramer brooch and rhinestone and faux turquoise. Absolutely gorgeous. I love that drop style. And then see how that metalwork is done on the back? Such a timeless piece. Very well constructed. And then we have this trembler. Really nice to have all the stones there and all the enameling. Really great construction on the back. Late 1940s on this version. If you're looking for a trembler, we got you covered. And then a sterling silver citrine marcasite and onyx ring. And thank you, Sunlight, for coming out right for the money shot. That was magnificent. Couldn't have planned it better. This is a size 9. So citrine, onyx, and marcasite in that deco style. Mom, that's great. That one was really wonderful. And then this one's gold. This one is white gold, diamond, and Lindy Star. It's almost a 7. So it's almost a 7. So that is white gold, diamond, and Lindy Star. And look at that star. Again, the lighting just really helped us out. Mom, look at that in the daylight.
Very pretty.
Isn't that great? I would say vintage on that would be, that's late 1950s. That might be into the 40s, but that's more 50s than anything. And look at the sparkle of those diamonds. So if you need a size 7, Lindy Star, Created Star Sapphire Ring, we got you covered. 2 sterling necklaces that she wants as a bundle because it made sense. And I told her, I said, I trust you to bundle this stuff however you want. And a lot of these things were never in a preview on my channel. They had not come in from anywhere else. They were found local. Look at that for sterling silver, that open heart and marcasite, and that beautiful, beautiful rose quartz, amethyst, and it looks like natural pearl and smoky quartz. So that is a great bundle. You know what we might want to do with those is we might want to bag those, put them in like separate bags and then put them together. This one should be, I think this is still Hattie Carnegie. I do think this is a Hattie Carnegie enamel flower. So if you love signed costume jewelry, boy, we got you covered for the sale. And all vintage. I just didn't want anything new, hardly ever. I just won't reach for it. I thought this was Coro. It is, but it's so inconspicuously signed. You would think it's texture. Signed down in right there at the corner of the leaf. Coro, right there. And look at that. For any cold painted enamel and glass and rhinestone double pansy brooch. Check that out. Absolutely great craft. And then this was the necklace and bracelet set. Beautiful necklace. Are these black crystal, Mom? Like black, do you know if they're crystal? She looked at these pieces before I got a chance to, and these are sterling silver beads, handmade, and beautiful sterling beads. And look at that crystal. Almost looks like black spinel, but definitely crystal. All right, we'll let that out of the way just for now. And we'll let that out of the way. Just put it over there for right now. And these paperweights. And then we'll grab some more paperweights, some more costume, and a little bit more silver, and we're going to call it. I'm very hungry, and I'm starting to get hangry. This is Murano, made in Italy. You could tell by that scrambled kind of pattern and color. Again, check out the bottom of these. Make sure they're ground and polished for a great quality. Love the original Murano foil label. And look at that, to where it's like trapped latticino and a scrambled weight. Not sure what these are, but boy, are those cool. Check those out. almost just glass sculptures. They really don't sit like a paperweight. They're just kind of like a glass sculpture, I guess. Vintage, cool, pontels, handmade. Don't know who did them. I don't know. I have no clue. This one is Masonic and kind of more contemporary, but it's that Masonic. So if you know a Mason and you wanted to get them something for their home or their office desk, this is what you need. A Masonic paperweight that's trapped down inside that glass. Look at the layers and the construction. I've always marveled at art glass. It seems at a point very magical. And this tiny little weight. Very intimate, very beautiful. There's the original foil label. I said these things are all vintage. And look at the wear on that foil label. Is that one? Yep, that one's signed. And it says, Jeremy, did you know what this one was? It says 1981. 1981. Does it say T-O-F-E-R? T-O-N-F-E-R? Tonfer? T-O-N-F-E-R? It's the closest I'm going to get. It says right there. All right, so Jeremy does not know on that one, but ooh, wee baby. Look at the intimate size of that one. So if this was too big, there's the one for you. And look at that trapped air on the inside. Boy, that's the money shot today. Boy, I sure hope that I'm smart enough to put a few paperweights in the thumbnail. Let me pause you. We'll get set up for another round, and we'll call it. What a marathon, you guys. Yes. Jeremy, how you feeling?
Good.
Mom, how you feeling?
Good.
Overwhelmed?
Very,
I know.
very.
We feel overwhelmed because the quantity is insane. And a lot of these pieces we weren't familiar with. But it was just that was just a twig. Yeah, that was a twig off the house. All right, so we're gonna clear the table in hopefully just a few minutes here. So this is a wonderful early print of that Squaw Maiden. Absolutely great color, original frame. Bought that out at the flea market, hung it up in the house, and I said to myself, no, it's got to go. No, there's no room at the inn. Look at her, absolutely gorgeous. Jeremy, I'll give you that so you can put that inside of this bag. That would be wonderful. Thank you, Jeremy. And we're going to scoot this over here, and then we're going to do this. I decided, just off camera with Jeremy and my mother's help, that we're going to sell these 3 necklaces together. Now, they're all on sterling silver box chains. There's a cross, a heart, and a starfish. And we are going to sell it on the container. They're all sterling silver, all 3. Wonderful details and wonderful design. And I said to them, can I sell all 3 of these together? And they said, absolutely. Give them a bargain and make them happy. So again, buy one for yourself, give one as a gift. And the shoes. So you remember that video I did, Junk in the Trunk, on my channel. If you're not familiar with Jason Adams, please go over to my channel, Jason Adams on YouTube. And you will see the Junk in the Trunk video that I did of the shoe collection, of the miniature shoes. And these were 2 of my favorites that, again, I had fished out of the collection that I wanted to keep. And then I brought them in the house and I said, no, I'm going to sell them. These are from the late 1950s. And to find the match pair is very, very difficult. There is the mark on the bottom, and it says, handmade in Japan. And there is that kind of rust-colored signature on the bottom that usually dates these to the late 1950s. And again, the applied flowers and the polka dots, high-heeled shoes, as just whimsies that would sit on a dresser. Fantastic condition. Jeremy, thanks for bagging those up separately. And then more paperweights. I don't even know what to say besides, if you love art glass paperweights, please come over to the sale because we have some absolute stunners. And again, I saved 2 of my favorites for the last, and I hope you're still here with us. Check out the ground and polished bottoms. And these were in such lovely condition. No wear, no chips, no scratches. Absolutely exceptional color. And that one was my favorite. I love how sparse it was. I love the white background and how they trapped those flowers inside of the canes. There's a little scratch on this one. And I just noticed that there's a tiny little scratch on that one. I always call a condition issue, and there is a little scratch across the surface there. So there it is right there. Thought it was just a residue off a label. Nope, it's definitely a scratch. Love that from the late 1960s. Thought that was incredible. And then these. These 3 are going to sell separate, and I will keep the stand for a display for me. This is amethyst, garnet, and blue topaz. And there is a crow up above us that is telling us a story. What do you need? What do you need, friend? Do you need a French fry? So, box chains, sterling silver, and really magnificent. Love the amethyst one. Garnet one is amazing because it's so simple. And there's the blue topaz one. So those three will sell separate, and I will keep the display. And then our final round of costume that my mom bundled. So I'll explain the bundles on this one. So these are crystal on this, absolutely gorgeous pastel color, and gorgeous crystal rope, very, very long. Check out those for quality. Those are magnificent. We'll set those right there. A bundle of 3 bracelets. I think, Mom, were any of these Weiss or Kramer?
Yes.
Weiss and Kramer probably. So there's 3 bracelets there for rhinestone in amazing condition. A lot of times you'll find these and they look like Aurora Borealis, but they're all worn down and really gross and like frosty looking and don't have great luster and color. But these are way dazzling. Check that out in this low lighting. Wow, incredible trio of bracelets. This one is Victorian. I don't know how we get leaves on the tray sometimes, but it happens. This is Victorian. Absolutely wonderful. Low carat gold, and that is probably a faux coral. I don't think that's genuine. That is Victorian. 1890 on that Victorian. Tricolored gold, rolled gold surface, not solid gold. But the construction of that is just amazing. So if you love Victorian, there you go. Some flatware jewelry, the bracelet, the ring, and the pendant. There you go. And before the leaf blower gets the best of us, these are banded agate and wonderful. This is a double drop crystal necklace that is Art Deco. So if you love Art Deco and you love crystal, look at that for sterling and crystal. Very intimate drop on this one. Very fine chain as well. Extremely fine chain, but look at that for an Art Deco double drop pendant. So if you love Deco, come on over to the sale because there's another Deco one right here. And then these pearl earrings are awesome. And it's a set of 4. There's the lime green, that kind of peacock blue, the bronze color, and that creamy pink. And that is gift boxed and ready to go. Sterling silver French hooks. Wonderful luster, wonderful color, a great gift idea. Or again, buy it, keep a pair, and give 3 pairs as a gift. You got you covered there. And these are going to sell as a bundle. They are designer signed. I don't remember who they are right now, but it is late in the video, so those are designer signed. And this is the Art Deco original double lariat in that beautiful amber crystal with the filigree mountings and that wonderful, wonderful chain. That kind of crimp chain that goes all the way up, and the original filigree clasp. Wonderful for Art Deco. Absolutely gorgeous on that one. These two sell together. This is a wonderful duo. This is an antique pendant with crystal in sterling, and this is more contemporary on a sterling chain. So again, buy one, get one. Sterling silver on both. Remarkable and wonderful. And then these two go together. These are 2 really beautiful sterling silver bracelets. So we end on those. Now, you have to remember, there is so much more to the right of me. There's so much more to the left of me. Jeremy has some additional pieces, and Mom has 1 or 2 beaded necklaces that are just beautiful. So we want to thank you so much for coming on over. Again, the last sale was a great success. 302 people were there with us that evening. Over 858 registered buyers, and again, 4,000 plus views in less than 24 hours. That's not boasting, it's just telling you what's going on with Bully Run. Please send us over your basic information. Take a screenshot of that. There you go. And please register no later than Monday night at 5 p.m. And then again, this sale is going to happen live on Tuesday night, September 2nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's officially Jeremy's birthday celebration. So come on over, please hang out with us, and you're all welcome. We never want to exclude anyone from the fun. We're just incredibly grateful that you all join us. We have so much fun. It's an amazing time to be had by all. Jeremy, would you like to say anything in conclusion at all?
No.
No? Are you excited?
Yes.
Okay, enough stuff?
Yes.
Diverse enough?
Yes.
And small enough for shipping?
Yes.
Fantastic, and we just ask that you pay within 24 hours on this sale. If you need 48, not a problem. So pay within 48 hours, and no exceptions to that rule, please. Mom, did you have anything that you wanted to add?
No, I just think that you've got a great selection.
I agree.
Diverse, eclectic.
Yes.
There.
Yes. Absolutely wonderful. I love the diversity. Costume, gemstones, sterling gold, diamonds. We got you covered for Tuesday night. With that, I think we're going to call it because we're all headed to dinner. I want to thank you so much for your time and your attention on both of our channels. We can't do this without you guys. So ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for joining in. And I guess I leave it with a simple fact. I absolutely love you because I do.